Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have a really interesting one for you guys. In this video, we are going to be talking about what event could be coming inside of Loomian Legacy. We're going to be talking about a bunch of them, and some Loomians that could come, how long they'll last, and more. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you get on there, like, and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Alright, so let's start out, of course, with something that I think is not really... I don't know, it's definitely possible, but I think it's very out there, okay? And this would be the returning of old gammas. And for this is not going to be a seasonal event. This is not going to be, of course, anything of the sorts. This is going to be an update. Let's say that, it's a 5-month period, that there's no updates in between, and they have to, at least put out something to make everybody happy, right? And I think this would be the perfect idea. Now, I put on Twitter and I said, with all of the talk about a new event, it would be very interesting if they added back the old gammas into Loomian Legacy for a week or two. If you don't know, 10 plus Loomians had their gamma change before Mastery dropped, and it would be dope to see some of them return for an event. And up on screen, and I actually made a video about this. If you guys want to go look at that video, you can just look up old gammas inside of Loomian Legacy or something like that. But I'll put the kind of image up on screen right now, and as you can see, some of the gammas are actually changed, including Duskit. Yes, Duskit actually gets a completely different gamma. This was Duskit's original gamma. It was supposed to be inverted, and could you imagine, right? We have this event for a week or two, and people start finding different colored gamma Duskits. It would be absolutely crazy, and I think it'd be a really, really awesome event. And of course, among these actual, different gammas, there would also be the starters. You could go get some different colored starters. I think the only starters that did change, though, were, I guess, I guess it was the Snow Cub and Weevil line. That's about it. Snow Cub and, obviously Snow Key, they kind of don't change at all, but then, obviously, Himber turns red, and then Weevil actually turns green. The entire Weevil line literally just turns green. I mean, hey, it looks cool. I'm not complaining. I definitely would rock that on my team. Twilight gets inverted, Umbrat gets a different color, and, Avatros turns a radioactive green, Florent red, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff that they could do with this. And I think that, again, this would be a really, really awesome event that they could do for Loomian Legacy. Again, I mean, I'd be really happy with an inverted Duskit type thing. That'd be really cool. But yeah, I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts about this one down in the comments below, and all of your thoughts about the, all the events that I'm about to talk about. And yeah, now let's get on to the actual seasonal events. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about, of course, Valentine's Day. Now, the thing about this, okay, Valentine's Day is not really a holiday, okay? It's not necessarily something that we get an entire week's break off of or anything like that. No, it's usually just a little thing that people celebrate for a day or two, okay? It's all about, hearts and candy and love and, pink stuff. And I think that with this event, it would be very cool to see either chocolate Loomian, or it would be very cool to see a heart Loomian. And what they could do with this, I think that it would be very interesting, obviously little chocolate bears or something, maybe a chocolate fan cub, maybe they could do a chocolate twiddle, I don't know, just literally anything, you just coat it in chocolate, right? And I think that this would be pretty cool. Again, I mean, we have obviously all of this stuff, and we could be seeing, maybe a heart-tailed Loomian. I don't know, we could see a heart-tailed, maybe Twilight or something, I don't know. And actually, inside of battle right now, looking at Cephalops, I think Cephalops would be pretty funny to see. The little kind of flaps on the back of it could turn into a giant heart, maybe. That would be cool, okay? That would be really cool to have a giant heart shape on the back of Cephalops. There's so much stuff that they could do with, obviously a Valentine's Day event. They did one in Pokemon Brick Bronze, but then again, they didn't do one for I guess, yeah, I mean, they didn't do one for last year, so it's really up in the air if they are actually going to do one this year. Again, I mean, they only did 3 events last year, and I mean, I'm not going to say only because that still is a pretty good amount, but the thing is, all of these events are usually crammed towards the end of the year. We go from our Christmas update, and then we go into, nothing. There's just there's a little period where there's just no kind of updates, and I think definitely adding some events in there, or at least, kind of spacing them out more evenly would be very, very much appreciated. Now, the next event that I'm going to talk about is one that I would like to see the most, and that is, of course, going to be an Easter event. Now, you guys are going to love this idea, okay? You guys are going to love this idea, and it is going to be for an Easter Bunny Protagon. I think an Easter Bunny Protagon would be an absolutely amazing addition to the game. We could see it be like a little pastel pink. I'll try to create like a mock-up and put it on screen. It's gonna look really scuffed, but you guys, you'll know what I mean, okay? So it'll be a pastel pink Protagon with bunny ears, and I think that this would be really, really, really good, okay? And then on top of that, it would get like a little kind of chocolate form for its alpha or gamma, right? It would basically get like a kind of brown coat of paint on it, and I guess that could be the gamma. I mean, you know, why not? We'll throw that in there as the gamma. And then for the alpha, I guess it could be maybe like a light greenish. I think that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, I think that this event in general would just be absolutely amazing. This is honestly the event that I'm looking forward the most out of like any event so far. And I think, you know, as a little, like, extra Loomian they could throw in there, they could even turn Embit. They could take Embit and put, like, a little shell on its head, and then make Zairr Knight have, like, shell armor and stuff. That would be absolutely amazing, and I would love to see that inside of the game. Alright, so the next event that I want to talk about is something that, I mean, it's not going to be, I guess, an event, but it has to tie in with the guppies, okay? With, of course, the guppy pawn coming inside of Loomian Legacy, I think that there is definitely room for actual, like, seasonal/event guppies. Could you imagine, of course, you know, we have our Christmas event, we have our Halloween event, any type of event, right? And then, you know, you have your main area, but then inside of the guppy pond, you have a little area that you could go fish for and try to find seasonal guppies. Also, inside of this, you know, with, you know, if they add like a new area and stuff, they could add a little body of water that you could also fish up for guppies, and you can find the seasonal guppy as well. Could you imagine a Christmas guppy, right? It's green, it's red, it's white. It'd be absolutely amazing. Maybe it's blue and white, who knows? And then for the Halloween version, it's black and orange. For the Easter, it's pink and green. Like, there are so many different, you know, kind of, you know, variations and stuff you can do with this. And there's so many good ideas that you can just put out on the table. Now, of course, that was a very short idea, but it's just something brief that I wanted to put out there, as I think it honestly would be pretty cool to see. I think it'd be really interesting to see again. And yeah, so the next event that I want to talk about is going to be the Thanksgiving event. Now, this is another thing that I'm kind of iffy on, because they haven't done one for the past 2 years. So, will they do one this year? I honestly can't tell, okay? I really, really cannot tell. But I definitely think that if they do decide to add a, you know, kind of Thanksgiving event of the sorts, it would be very cool to either see a Thanksgiving Guppy or a Thanksgiving Avatros. Now, I made a video about this, obviously, when the topic was relevant, but I definitely think it is worth bringing it up again, as, of course, I mean, you know, it's only been like 3 months since, you know, Thanksgiving, and I mean, hey, listen, it's just for future reference. Maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't do it, who knows. So I think it'd be really cool, though, to see an actual Thanksgiving Avatros. Maybe it would have, like, a little hat or something and be based off of a pilgrim, or we could see Cornucopia turn into more of a cornucopia as the actual thing it's based off of. And yeah, I mean, after that, it comes kind of the whole, I guess, ordeal of what do you do after that? You know, I mean, you know, or before it, because there's not really any events that I could think of that, you know, it kind of fit in between there. So I'm gonna leave the job to you guys down in the comments below. Definitely let me know what events would you guys like to see in Loomian Legacy. Definitely go down in the comments, suggest some as well, and they don't have to be seasonal again. If you want them to be seasonal, they can be seasonal. Maybe you can include some Loomians that, you know, I didn't really think of, you know, come up with some stuff, maybe a Valentine's Florent. There you go, there's another one. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go down there, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.